Hello and welcome to this post-holiday edition. We are officially out of the summer months. Doesn't feel like it here in Texas, but we are out of the summer months, and sports have kicked off. College sports, football, namely, NFL, minutes away. Tennis, I learned a lot this weekend. F1, still crushing. Gabe's back from overseas. We've got Paige. We've got Meg and Jerome as well. You know what? Let's kill some sports real quick. Because obviously people, the millions, tune in to this podcast for our hot sports takes. But then we're really going to bring Meg and Jerome in for something that I consider more important than anything else that's happening in the world today. So off the bat, college sports. And there was some drama. I will say that. Even here locally, UTSA had a humdinger against Houston, a triple overtime humdinger, if you will. But Gabe, you are our resident college football guru. Please take us through, and also we can all rejoice that Brian Kelly, well, he lost his accent, A, and B, that was an awesome game. Gabe, take it away.
Okay, so just sports. Just say things about sports right now?
Yes, give us sports takes.
Sports things.
All right. Brian, I'm in Notre Dame country right now. I'm in the Midwest, and there's a lot of Notre Dame, even though Notre Dame lost to Ohio State, complicating their path to a college playoff, they were very, very, very happy to see LSU's Brian Kelly lose in dramatic fashion. So that was one headline.
Okay.
Listen, if you want to be a cynic, which I usually am,
you are.
I guess you could say after 1 week of college football, we already know who the two teams in the final will be, and college football is therefore broken.
Okay, who are they? Just remind everyone.
Well, obviously, you as a sports analyst know that I'm talking about Georgia and Alabama.
I knew Alabama for sure because they bore me to
tears. Not USC? Okay. Is USC back?
Yeah. I'm shocked.
Let's not try to trigger me just yet. The bandwagon is cruising along. They put up 60-something against Rice, Texas team.
Right.
Have some Beadle.
Well, a private school. Thank you very much. I only went to public schools. You're welcome.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So, the college football weekend started great. We've got some interesting Heisman contenders to keep an eye on. But, even though just a few days ago they announced the 12-team playoffs coming soon, it just feels to me like you could put every damn team you want in there. At the end of the day, it's just going to be Georgia and Alabama, and there's really nothing else that we can expect to ever happen. And Meg, behind the scenes, who's here to not sports, will tell us all about Alabama soon.
Well, I want to argue one thing about perhaps maybe in the not-so-distant future, things could maybe get a little bit more parity. And I say it because I think that with NIL now being officially a part of everything, that it gives an opportunity to some of these other schools to sort of play dirty legally and maybe start bringing in some of those big name marquee talents that normally would just go to like your Alabamas and your Georgias, Clemson, whatever. I feel like it could potentially even the playing field a little bit because at the end of the day, you can get these NILs anywhere now. And so schools just need to figure out really creative ways to bring them in, pay them, and we all move on with it. I think, right? Like, isn't that part of this is it gives everyone a better hand
that's
potentially?
a good theory, but Oregon has all the money they need and all the creative ways to entice athletes to come play there, and they just lost by 40-something to Georgia. So, and they're supposedly the best team in a conference. So,
know what? You're right. Fuck it. It's over. It's broken. I hate college football. What else?
Go Dogs. Go Dogs.
Go. But you know what? How about this? Here's a little silver lining. I'd rather live in Oregon than Georgia. Okay.
That settles it.
There you go. That settles it. So there you go. Quality of life.
And sorry, with the 12-team playoff,
go on.
Do we have thoughts? Too many teams. That's my
People
thought.
say too many. I mean, it's a lot of teams for a playoff. Like, that's a lot. Although, don't we bitch every year, though, also because it's not quote-unquote fair? I honestly, I don't know how you please us being the collective sports fan because I really don't know what you're supposed to do here. What is a better option if you guys could have done anything? Do you like the idea of just
more football? I don't know. I mean, who's complaining about this?
I've heard a lot of like football junkies be like, 12-team playoff just seems a little bit excessive. Maybe 8. I'm like, well, now it's just arbitrary, like random numbers that we're picking. But I have heard, talking heads that talk a lot of football mention that, and I thought, wow, I would not have expected that take to be the one I heard. Because I'm with you. Isn't it better? More football?
more football is always a good thing. The only reason that we were ever told it's hard to do is because these kids had to like take finals and get a break from school or whatever.
Cute.
So now that we're done pretending that's going on, like just line them up, play some more football.
I ain't come here to play school. That's my favorite quote.
It's one of the best quotes of all time.
Cardell Jones.
It really, really is. It's a perfect. It's in the Hall of Fame of quotes. But
Truly.
yeah, I actually and then how much joy was taken out of watching Brian Kelly and his family fail.
Fraud.
Did we love it? I felt like we loved it as a nation.
We loved it.
And it's bad. It's not fair to the kids. I mean, what's really our disdain is aimed towards one man and one man only.
And
but
that's
it's
Brian Kelly.
Well, his accent was gone post game. It's weird how that works, right? He's like the Madonna of college football. It was completely gone. And I made one observation that I feel like you guys didn't take me seriously on, but the coach for FSU looks like a normal human being, a man that I would allow into my house, is how I put it, I believe, when I saw him for the first time.
I was confused
And
by
I was
that.
not-
What does that mean?
What are you getting
Because
at?
I find college football coaches to be schmarmy and slimy and snake and serpent-like.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw this dude and I was like, oh, he's still clean. He's got the glow of like a normal human. I'm not saying he's going to last. Like he might turn into everybody else here in a minute or two. But for now, it caught me off guard. I was like, does not have the quintessential aroma of a college football coach in America. I don't know. Is that my way of saying he's handsome? Probably. I'm not sure. But but I do feel like there's something very... Look, there was no perfect juxtaposition. You had him on one side and Brian Kelly on the other. It's like the stereotype college football dude, this guy. To me, it was just glaring. Glaring.
Can I give you something to root for if you're a little bit dubious of college football right now?
Sure.
Shador Sanders.
Love it.
Dion's
Shador
kid.
Dior. Oh, yeah.
Get in on Jackson State right now. Buy the stock, Beadle. They're going to be fun.
I mean, did they get water? Because, good Lord, what do we do in America? That's like a hot mess. We don't have to talk about it. But They did not have water. They still may not have water. But I did watch him he brought one of his Spanish-speaking kids up there and did a translation, a Deion Sanders translation. And it was actually quite awesome in the locker room. So, yeah, I would buy that. Can I watch those games? Like, I don't...
I mean,
Where do I
there's
watch them?
75,000 streaming services. One of them's got to have those games.
I only have 60 of them, though, so I don't have the one that has Jackson State. I know. I'm going to get on that. But that's college football. That kicked off.
Nailed it.
We had F1, the Dutch Grand Prix. I don't believe I'm shocking anybody by saying Max Verstappen won because he crushed his life, and there's no one else even close. Ferrari effed up again, although somehow managed to squeak out a third place, a podium win there. And C, I will be going this weekend to my motherland, Italia, to Monza, which is a bucket list track for me. I'm already emptying my stomach out so I can really just stuff my face with Italian food, and I'm very excited about it. But yes, F1, not many races left, Gabe, so I really hope that you're ready. Like, we're getting closer and closer to the end. So, if you want to meet me in Mexico City for that one in October, I feel like that's the halfway point between the two of us. Make it happen. Let's go. Let me know. Okay?
Okay, yeah. Mexico City sounds about right.
Yeah, I've never been, shockingly.
Monza. Which part of Italy is that?
It's outside of Milano. Beautiful little town I like to call fashion capital of the world, if you will. Some say
Nice
Paper
airport.
Paris. Yep. I haven't been to Italy in 4 years, 3 years, whatever it is. So I'm really excited for a variety of reasons, not just the track, but just also going back to Italy. The other sport that I thoroughly enjoyed this weekend was the tennis. Mm-hmm. God, I am so classy when I watch tennis. Like, I feel richer when I watch tennis. Like, we watched Serena, and I thought that was an interesting watch. I feel like the girl that beat her is just like a little fan favorite right now because she was so amazing. But I also learned that we have an American male in tennis that's good. Why is that the first I'm hearing about it?
Where you been?
We do a horrible job marketing. Because I
Francis
just
is
think we
great.
don't do a good job marketing.
Well, but I don't think
Francis
I don't think
Tiafoe.
Americans view tennis as like countries
not.
the way that other places do, right? Like, we refer to them as like individuals and like by their names. We don't say like, oh, the Australian guy, like the Serb or whatever. That's my
I feel like they do, though,
hypothesis.
when you're watching tennis, right?
Yeah,
Like,
when you're
they always
watching,
say
but I just
the
mean, like,
Russian and
fans.
the
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've heard for so long about how we have not had a strong, dominant male tennis player in quite some time, and I thought, man, we've had one apparently for a couple minutes here, and I didn't even know. And I'm very happy that I discovered him, even though I'm still rooting for Kyrgios because he's my favorite tennis player of all time. But yeah, that's where we are on that one. Did you guys watch any of the things that we just talked about?
I was going to ask, what is this man's name?
Francis Tiafoe.
Tiafoe.
He's like 25. Yeah, he beat Nadal yesterday, and it was must see. Like, it was really fun to watch. I was excited for the kid. I was excited for. I mean, they showed his box. I think it was like his girlfriend and family and friends and whatnot, and there was just like a look of shock on almost all of their faces, which was awesome to see. So yeah, now he goes on. Does he play the Italian next, or because then I'm torn again? Berrettini? No, he doesn't. He plays Rublev. Okay, good. We're good. I mean, who am I? I'm a tennis expert. Get Renee Stubbs back on here. P.S. Renee Stubbs, friend of the show, all over the tennis coverage this weekend.
She does like such a good job.
Girl.
Nice
She's
job by her.
phenomenal.
Saw her
Yeah.
during the Serena match.
I know. I kept texting her. I was like, "You're on TV. Hey, you're on TV." I'm sure it was annoying. I'm sure I was the only one doing it to her.
Wait,
So yeah, it's probably
smile.
good. But
Do something.
we had to hurry and get through the sports because honestly, there's a
all know
story
why
that's
we're here.
just gripping. We all know why we're here.
I don't,
Jerome,
for the
yeah,
record. I have no idea what you guys are talking
You're about to learn what the rest of the world's talking
Here we
about.
go.
Okay.
Buckle in.
Meg and
Buckle up.
Jerome, Don't Worry, Darling, DWD, is the name of the film. It stars Harry Styles, Olivia Wilde directed it, Florence Pugh's in it, Chris Pine. I learned that Nick Kroll's in it this past weekend
We all
only because
did.
I saw Harry
Nick
Styles
Kroll
kiss.
definitely has all the secrets
Didn't
that
know
we
that.
want.
But that's not why we're here. We're here about the exterior, the extracurriculars that are going around this film. Jerome and Meg, what's the latest drama?
Meg, where do we start on this? I've been following this for a while now. I believe you have as well.
It's a very,
How far back does it go for you?
I stan Harry Styles. I'm a stan. So since
Okay.
2019,
Hold on, quick pause.
What?
Gabe, do you know what Stan
Hold
means?
on. 2019.
Look, don't. I'm our sports guy. Keep me out of this, all right? I cover college football.
This is sports,
very
though.
capably.
I will say this, Gabe, and Paige made a great point. This could be considered sportish because there are definitely teams here. There are teams to be picked on this
and there's
particular.
also wrong teams to pick for this one.
Well,
Okay.
isn't that
Then
sports
take
in
it
a
away.
nutshell, Meg?
I'm here to learn.
All right,
Go
Meg.
on.
The film was announced in July 2019, but Harry Styles wasn't really on the docket for it yet. The original cast was supposed to be, see if I can find this list, Olivia Wilde as the lead actress and Shia LaBeouf as the lead man.
Yeah.
Are we following so far?
So far, so good. Peanut Butter Falcon.
In 2020, early 2020, Olivia Wilde was with her partner, Jason Sudeikis.
Of
And
Ted
they
Lasso
split.
fame.
They split.
I think
This
we've
is when
talked
they
about
announced
that's
their
why the
split.
sports are involved.
Yeah.
Ted Lasso.
Yes,
whatever.
thank you. Thank you.
They have two kids together. Sure.
April 2020. Cast is officially announced. Olivia is directing. She is not the lead anymore. She is the lead is Florence Pugh,
Nice.
who's going to be starring opposite Shia LaBeouf, and Chris Pine is added to the project as well.
I like that. Chris Pine's good. Okay.
September 2020.
Oh, good.
Just a few months later, Shia departs, and in comes Meg's fave, Harry Styles.
Now we are at the sitting.
Incredible.
Now, there's a lot floating around about the departure at the time. December 2020 comes around. Shia LaBeouf is now sued for abuse by his then partner, FK Twigs. That is during the time, shout out to Q, pre-production, asking, wasn't Shia canceled? It was at this time.
Okay. Cancellation in effect. Got it.
So that's December 2020. Shia is accused for it. 1 month later, we are in 2021 now, January 2021. Reports are out. Olivia and Harry are dating.
They're doing it. They're doing it. They're doing the nasty,
Yes.
Gabe. And yes, she is 10 years older than him. And for that, I say high fives, Olivia. Go on.
Golf clap.
Onward. February 2021, 1 month after that. Filming wraps. Olivia takes to Instagram to praise Harry for stepping in
I bet.
and fulfilling his role on it. A lot of people are a little bit weirded out by it just because, Florence is the star of it. Harry is mostly just filling in at this point. And just the outward praise toward Harry is a bit off.
Well, he filled a lot of roles, would you say?
And holes. Keep going.
I'm sorry. I don't know. It's Tuesday. What are we doing? What's today?
It's great. You know what? I mean, with something like that, that allows for its own break-in, which is what we do. We go through a pandemic. We're going through over a year afterward. Last reporting here was that post in February 2021. We return in August. Wait, no, that's not right.
Yeah, there's
August 11th, 2022.
Yeah.
Here we go.
No.
Olivia takes to Instagram, praises Pew now. Now, this
late.
is where it gets a little spicy. Florence doesn't comment, or share the post at all.
Florence ain't having it.
In fact, she just makes her own post later, but you can feel there is a separation that's going on.
Sure.
It seems like our teams are starting to develop at this point.
Oh, they're developed.
I
Sports.
think also we might have missed a crucial.
Can I ask? Yeah,
event.
I feel a little confused
Of course.
here.
Go on.
Gabe, come on in.
There's one character that I keep waiting for him to arrive. That
Which
is
one?
the only part of this whole story that I know anything about. Have we just skipped past Chris Pine?
Oh, no,
he comes.
He'll
Because
come in
yesterday,
eventually.
this shit hit the real, the pinnacle of the drama
That's
last
right.
night.
Oh,
or
so we're
yesterday.
not up to him
Entirely.
yet.
No.
We're not up to him
Oh
yet.
my God!
We're
this,
on August
okay, this
11th
is quite
right
a
now.
saga.
So far, it's more of the
Yeah.
the love triangle between Olivia, Harry, and Sudeikis, and the way in which Florence Pugh interpreted it all, and what happened to Shia LaBeouf. That's sort of where we are on that.
We're
Like in
building.
sports,
We're building
dynasties
to a
take time to
crescendo.
build.
Yeah, we're in
know?
the almost at we're at halftime.
Yeah.
About to head
You
back
got to
out.
lay the pieces
Sports.
Yeah.
before we
You can't rush
see the aftermath.
this.
Sports.
This builds up.
Yeah. August 16th.
Here we go.
Florence interviews with Harper's Bazaar. Fans observe in the interview that there is really a lack of mention of Wilder or Styles
fine.
in this. Meg, do you want to actually go in? If you're there, do you want to pull out some of the quotes from the article?
She did not
Yes.
pull punches, and I respect her for that.
So Florence has been. If I was Olivia, I would consider her a bit of a menace in this situation because one of the quotes she says was, "When it is reduced to your sex scenes or to watch the most famous man in the world go down on someone, it's not why we do it," said Pugh. "It's not why I'm in this industry." Obviously, the nature of hiring the most famous pop star in the world, you're going to have conversations like that, she continued. That's just not what I'm going to be discussing because this movie is bigger and better than that, and the people who made it are bigger and better than that.
Boom. Boom. By the way, I didn't
Shout out
realize
to
Harry
Nick Kroll.
Styles was the most, but I guess, he's the most popular pop star in the world. That's weird to think about. But for the record, I am going to watch the movie in the event that he is going down on someone. So I would just
It's in the
like that to
trailer.
be-
They already showed
Thank
us.
you.
It's in
the
the trailer.
only
Trailer.
reason I'm watching this movie, but go on.
Yeah. Don't worry, darling. It's in there.
I'm going to kill Jerome. So if we now know that Florence hates everybody, I think that's safe, right? She hates everyone and everything that has to do with this movie right now.
We don't know that she hates everyone, but we know she doesn't appear to be fond of two particular
Right.
people involved.
She doesn't like their...
I think it's fair to
I
say.
can see that. Not professional. Okay.
One of those people has an interview with Variety that drops on August 24th. A couple of things that she addresses. First, notes that there was no pay disparity between Florence and Harry. I think a lot of people were concerned about that. She says that's absurd. The other thing that happens, which is the big one, is addressing the Shia LaBeouf of it all.
Yeah.
She said she fired LaBeouf to protect the stars. Here's a quote. "I say this as someone who is such an admirer of his work. His process was not conducive to the ethos that I demanded in my
Oh,
productions.
for God's sake.
He has a process that, in some ways, seems to require a combative energy. And I don't personally believe that it is conducive to the best performances."
I hate her.
She continues. "I believe that creating a safe, trusting environment is the best way to get people to do their best work. Ultimately, my responsibility is to the production and to the cast to protect them. That was my
She's
job."
pukey. Pukey.
Meg, do you want to pull some receipts for us?
No! Receipts. What do you mean? Look at Gabe. What, you lost me at ethos. You lost me at ethos. I'm out.
Everyone in this whole thing sucks.
No!
Is there any redeeming person in
Yeah,
this whole
Nick
thing other
Kroll
than Harry Styles?
and Chris Pine,
Nick
who's wearing
Kroll.
blouses.
Yeah. We're
We're not.
getting there.
Kroll hasn't even been introduced to the plot
He won't
yet.
be. Yeah, I didn't know he was
He
in the
won't be.
movie till
He's just
yesterday when he
there.
got kissed on the lips by Harry
one
Styles.
will.
I mean,
That's
for
it.
all we know, maybe he's being introduced as we're recording this live, and we finally get all our answers.
I love Nick
But
Kroll. I'm obsessed with Nick Kroll. So yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So wait,
But
can
anyway.
we fast forward, please, to what happened this week? Because we are
The
in the middle of the
juice.
Venice
We're
Film
We
almost
want
there.
it now.
We need this last little bit.
Okay, give me the last
so
bit.
I'll be quick.
This is the last bit before we get
So
to
Wild,
yesterday.
Wild says all this stuff about Shia, and then 2 days later, Shia LaBeouf denies he was fired and shares a video that Olivia Wilde sent him, begging him to stay on the show. Within this video, she also takes multiple jabs at Florence Pugh, saying, "Let me see if I can find it."
Oh, you can't
You
do
know,
that.
I think this might be a bit
This
of a
might be
wake-up call for Miss Flo, she says, seemingly
Miss
referring to
Flo.
Pugh. I want to know if you're open to giving this a shot with me, with us. If she really commits, if she really puts her mind and heart into it at this point, you guys can make peace. I can respect your point of view and respect hers. But if
Miss
you guys
Flo?
can do it, what do you think? Is there hope? Will you let me know? She's
She did that in the
begging
video?
Shia.
What kind of moron puts a video
And in the
up
video,
there like
she's
that?
driving while she's filming this.
Oh,
so
double.
distracted
You're not
driving.
condone that.
We don't condone
Distracted
that as a
driving
show.
on top of
we
it.
do not.
That's
Wow.
kind
With
of
all the pieces
She's messed
laid.
up big. I
Now
bet
we're
Jason
at-
Sudeikis loves it.
the film
We're
festival.
we're
We've
at
made it.
we're at the
So
festival.
now we're in
it.
Venice, Gabe. We're all wearing fancy outfits.
Yesterday.
And we're
Mm-hmm.
and we're premiering our movie for the world to see. What happens?
What are the events? Florence arrives not to do any of the pressers.
None.
It goes
Jeez.
back and forth. It's suggested that she's avoiding it, but it just seems it was flights that she was only able to make. She is also doing Dune at the same time
Please.
right now.
Please.
I think the first video that I remember waking up to was Florence in just like with what, an Aperol
So
spritz, just like
Florence shows
Just
up
happy
strutting.
15 minutes late.
So
She's
good.
15 minutes
Yeah.
late to the event, drink in hand, after
Yep.
missing
Yep.
all of the interviews and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
And she looks phenomenal in her dress.
She looks great.
phenomenal.
She hates Olivia Wilde. Then they're on
They hit the red
stage.
carpet.
It's awkward as hell because they're all. It's so obvious they're avoiding each other because Harry Styles is no longer
Yes.
standing next to Olivia Wilde,
So
which
much
means
tension.
what?
There's so
They
much
broke up.
tension. I mean, there's some happier moments. You know, Harry kisses Nick
That
Kroll
one got
when
me
they
through
see
the
each
night.
other.
Yep.
When Florence is on the red carpet, Chris Pine with his adorable little camera is taking photos. Such a proud dad, it seems like.
He's weird. Or ant. He looks like an ant, but sure. He's out of control with the blouses. I love Chris Pine, but the blouses
The
are out.
blouses.
Right.
It's
Game
out of-
blouses.
It's just too
Out of
much.
control.
It's too fashiony. I can't.
Game blouses.
And then
Sports again.
allegedly, Harry Styles, it looks like, spits on Chris Pine, but
This is the video that drops later on.
we don't know yet.
And we see that Harry is approaching a seat. Chris is already sitting there next to him
can't-
as
I can't
Olivia.
with this.
You see Harry just do like a little bit of a jerk of the head forward.
is
You
weird.
don't necessarily see the spittle come out in any way, but you see something happen. And I think what is most telling is the reaction, Meg. I would say
I think that's where it gets complicated because, Chris is clapping, he's cheering, doing his thing. Harry, quote unquote, spits on him and he stops clapping and looks at his lap like,
As
oh my
one
God,
does.
there's something in my lap that wasn't there half a second ago.
Whoa.
looks down, tilts his head back up, has a grin on his face.
Yeah, he does.
You know,
And they aren't
when
looking at each other. Something happened.
They're not
It's
looking at
just
each other.
dysfunction.
It's one of those, okay.
This movie is either going to be
Like
the
reactions.
greatest movie of all time
It's
or
not.
the worst pile of crap that a person's ever
So,
watched.
yeah.
And I can't wait either
apparently,
way.
Once it was at the film festival, once it was screened, the Rotten Tomatoes reviews came in.
And 3?
Right
7.
now, last I checked, it is sitting at a nice, cool 39% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Those are some
How long was that
rotten
standing
tomatoes.
ovation?
The standing ovation was also 3 minutes long, and apparently it would have gone on longer if Florence Pugh didn't leave the auditorium, prompting the rest of the cast to follow her after 3 minutes.
Because she knows. She knows.
My favorite observation is, look at her. She has her bag in hand. She's ready to go.
I love it. I'm here for all this drama. It's beautiful people. It's Hollywood. Harry Styles is arguably the biggest whatever going. So I'm in. Thank you guys.
There's also rumors
Oh, no.
that Harry and Olivia have split in this
Well, I hope
period
so.
due to the receipts that were
Bad
dropped.
body
I mean, look-
language
But we don't know that
between
to be
them.
was dicey.
Gabe, how do you
The
feel
body
now that
language
you
isn't
you can now go into the rest of the week and know what the world's talking about?
Also, Gabe, I think what you don't realize is you're actually channeling a lot of Chris Pine right now.
You are.
Because most of the time during conversations yesterday,
Oh,
it's nothing but videos of Chris Pine sitting there nodding,
Dead eyes.
confused, wondering what's going on, disassociating from
Screaming
the
I
on
like
the
the one
inside,
where
I
he just had
believe.
headphones on. I'd like to think that he was
Yep.
just listening to
Yeah.
a podcast.
effortlessly
Probably
giving,
fun.
listening to What Did I Miss?
Probably.
It's good, Gabe. Do you feel better, or how do we feel?
I do feel a bit like Chris Pine, like all of you collectively just sort of might have just spit in my lap, and I'm like, I don't quite know how to react to this, but
You're welcome.
You know, I'm gonna keep a smile on my face and see what happens next.
Are we all
Classic
attracted to Harry Styles here? Can we say that?
Yes.
Okay.
For sure.
I just want to
Yes.
make sure we're on. Yeah. Okay. Good. We're good. Okay.
Yeah.
That's really
That's
what I just wanted.
really my only takeaway from all of this is like, who do any of you think you are? You're fucking lucky Harry Styles will even be around you. He's
Thank you.
such an enormous star. And
an enigma.
who are all these other people? Like, look
Exactly.
up their credits.
Exactly. Well, Florence Pugh's been in a lot of stuff. She also just recently broke up with Zach Braff. It seems as though all of the stories about their
Big
age
win.
differential was getting to
Yeah.
everyone, whatever, yada yada. But you
Yeah.
know, whatevs. I'm excited
You
for
guys
everyone. I
left
just
Zach
can't wait.
Braff out of this whole saga?
No, well, they
He's
broke
not
up
involved.
before.
He was-
This
Yeah.
can't.
Although,
if
here's a
he's
fun
involved,
bit.
This can't
Zach
go on all
Braff-
day. We
I
don't have
bet.
all
I
day.
bet she texted.
Great
him.
call. Great call.
There is a Zach Braff connection that can be there. Both Meg and I jumped on it because we knew.
Well, you know he's
That
been
was
like
good,
on the
but
other
we-
end of a lot of texts during all this, even if they are broken up. Because I'd be like, "Have you
Subscribe
seen
to
this
our
shit
future
show?
Patreon for the deep dive.
Guys, we'll probably do about
Exactly.
6 more podcasts in the month of September and October on this particular topic. So please come back many times. Tell your friends. We will keep you up to date because this thing will be it's stream. Is this a theater movie or am I going to be able to watch this thing on my streaming? Because I'm not going to
Theater
theater.
movie.
for
Uh,
this.
So that's also part of it too.
Oh, for God's
Olivia
sakes.
insisted that it had to be a theater release, which was
Bitch.
the agreement that she made
No.
with the studio, which is why it took so long for it to come out.
You know
now.
what's a theater release? Top Gun Maverick. You know what's not a theater release? This artsy wannabe bastard. Like it's not. No. Mm-mm. The
They should-
ethos.
Although Top Gun Maverick is basically Tom Cruise telling everyone, "Don't you worry, darling."
They should have Harry Styles do a introduction to the movie just like
Totally.
Tom Cruise did. And he's
Shirtless?
just
Oh
like,
my
look,
gosh.
you're about to sit
Yes,
through 2
yes.
hours of hell.
Gabe, you do say that, but you do really need to listen to Harry Styles' interviews over the last couple of days.
You don't want him saying anything to the camera.
You don't
Also
want him
not
really
shirtless,
talking
tank
about
top.
anything.
Tank top. He does tank tops well. All right, I'm back to tank
That's
tops
what you're
now.
stuck on.
Oh, is that not what we're talking about? I'm sorry, I just zoned out.
His interviews have been not great. It's
Not
like
great.
no one
Which
prepared
also
him.
explains a lot of like the
Because
Chris
you can
Pine-
tell
even
when-
if Chris Pine had no issue.
Like,
you
but
would
what
understand
was
why
the
he
last
reacts.
movie Ben Affleck was in where he refused to do press for it because he knew it was going to be garbage? Like, I love when this happens. When you know, it's like you know something's bad, but you're like, shit, I'm stuck. Anyways, that is our Hollywood 7 minutes, and we're going to take a quick break.
17 minutes.
We'll be right back. We are back. Apparently, there were things that were missed. Gabe, that entire last story was missed by Gabe, but there's more. Paige, you kicking us off?
I'm going to do it. Texas
Okay.
quarterback Quinn Ewers. He had his car towed during the game.
I had my car
Bad.
towed many times on that campus, and they do not play.
They do not play.
University of Texas in Austin does not play. Now, that was 20 years ago. I would like to think that the parking situation's better now, but apparently not. Because if the quarterback
get
gets his
worse.
car towed, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know. Did Arch Manning's car get towed?
It's a great question. That is a great point. He's probably already got a car there just waiting for when he gets there.
Just idling, waiting to
Just a
pick him
spot.
Car
Screw it.
service.
God, I'd love to know where he parked it. Okay, what else?
All right. I hope you missed this. I hope you did not have to see this. So as you know, College Game Day, I would say probably the best sports TV show ever.
Used to be, but yeah.
Okay, fair. Well, that's a good segue. At
Oh.
its peak, without question, the best sports TV show ever.
Yes.
We don't know if it's in its peak any longer.
Okay.
Jack Harlow, who I've already said on this show, I do not understand why this person is a thing. I don't know what he's done. But he's apparently very famous. So famous that they had him as the guest picker on the show.
Oh, okay.
Which normally is a spot reserved for people who like mildly care about college football.
Okay, sure.
This man did nothing the entire time.
Oh.
Lee Corso, who's about 90, had more energy and more things to say. Why is Jack Harlow famous?
First class. Up in the that song.
That's the reason?
Well, it's not Young Gravy, but it's there. It's in that
Yeah,
song.
music, also TikTok. He
Oh, see, Gabe, this is where we get lost. The TikToks. That's
Not
the
him
problem.
posting TikToks, but he was on the one that I'm thinking of is Chicken Shop Date, I think it's called.
What words are those?
Jerome and
Wait. The kids know who he is, though, right? Like,
The
Kelly-
youngins
that's what
gotta
I'm saying.
Get your shit together, guys. I get it. You don't care about TV, but
The
if you get
youngs.
booked to go on a show and you're there to
Yeah.
provide energy and get people excited, try maybe a little. That's
I
all.
did see his outfit. It was a very overly priced Louis Vuitton denim Canadian tuxedo, which I was a little bit left confused by. And I saw that the stage was relatively as big as this tiny little desk that my computer's on. So that's a little odd too. But I would think Jack Harlow right now in the zeitgeist of America, I feel like he's in his hot moment. This would seem like a good pick for a college game day
Right.
show.
I'm sure
but-
they were excited about having him week 1.
Huh. All right. Paige,
Get
that's
Harry
your guy.
Styles out there. Give me
Whoa,
Harry Styles
forget it.
making
Harry
picks.
Styles would be that has shut down the interweb and the televisions. But
Can
yeah,
Harry
get on it.
Styles name a college football team?
He doesn't need to, apparently. You don't
No.
have to do that as
have
the
to do
guest
anything.
picker.
And also,
All
he's
right.
an actor. He can memorize whatever you need him to do. So
Hell yeah.
Good call.
there you go. Booyah.
Okay.
Jack Harlow
let's
once
get Harry on
again
there.
getting an L on the show.
Poor Jack Harlow taking L's from Gabe. Bet it's going to really fuck his day
Look,
up.
Jack Harlow ain't gonna be around forever, so enjoy it. Enjoy it while you can.
Yeah.
Paige, go
Speaking
on.
of enjoying things,
Oh God.
this year's Super Bowl halftime show featuring Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Mary J. Blige, 50 Cent, etc. They won an Emmy. They won a Creative Arts Emmy
Chef's
yesterday.
kiss.
First
they
time
did.
ever that a halftime show has won an Emmy. Thank you to Q for pulling this. And Q asks, side note, if Eminem wins a Tony, he'll have an EGOT. Are there any plays we can pitch for him?
Ooh, Cabaret, perhaps. I think he'd be killer in
Hairspray.
that. Hairspray, he'd be great in that. Honestly, I would pay.
Cats? I'm just saying
No,
things now.
if I ever hear Cats, anything to do with Cats, the songs from Cats, or anybody going to Cats, I will blow something up. That is one of the most overrated productions, right up there with Phantom of the Opera. That is some garbage. So yes, put him in either one of those. That'd be great.
Here's
That's the only way I'm going to see him.
We're rooting for you.
I'm thinking about this in the moment, so feel
Book of
free
Mormon?
to shut me down. But I'm going to bring up another show that's triggered people on
We don't do that here.
podcast.
We only have
Oh, here it goes. Don't say it.
8 Mile
Oh, I don't.
is basically the same story as Hamilton.
Dom, we're not doing Hamilton. We
Mom
won't do
spaghetti.
Hamilton. Thank
Mom
you.
Spaghetti, Alexander Hamilton, very similar story arc to Eminem.
Rabbit.
Yeah, B Rabbit and Hamilton. Think about it.
I would see 8 Mile in a Broadway production format.
Hell yeah.
Make that happen.
Okay.
I'm back in.
That's
Once
great, actually.
Once we're already rolling in the awards for
Yeah, you're right.
Cooper Tucker?
What the hell's your
Cooper Tucker.
Then
Cooper
from the
Tucker.
makers of Cooper Tucker comes 8 Mile. the
Right.
Right.
musical.
We're going to go straight from the theater
Yeah.
to the theater.
Yeah.
That's how good we are.
Watch out, Baz Luhrmann. We're
Can't
coming
stop
for
us.
you.
Yeah, we are coming. I'm in. I wrote for Eminem, and I would like for this to happen for him. Go.
That's good.
Next.
I like it.
What else,
Oh,
guys?
am I giving us the next thing we missed?
Oh,
You
God,
are,
is it what
and then I
think it
will
is?
finish it. Finish it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finish him.
Well, Mark Zuckerberg posted a video of himself doing MMA training.
God.
And inquiring minds wonder, Beadle, do you think Elon versus Zuck is the next big celebrity fight we all need to see?
If it's to the death and both die, yes. Then I'm in.
Heavy, okay.
The earth
Is it heavy or is it
swallows
what we
them
all
both.
want? Honestly, could you pick two less likable human beings to fight each other? I mean, not since the days of anyone. I can't imagine. Yeah, I would like this to happen. These two pasty, fluorescent white assholes. I would love to watch them beat the crap out of each other. Just two rich ass nerds bleeding profusely with no one coming to their aid. Yes, we need it. It has to happen.
We want
Make
it now.
happen. Who's a rich person we do like? Oh, that we would like to make this happen. We need somebody
Guy
rich that
Fieri.
we care for. Yeah, Guy Fieri. This is on your watch. Make this happen. I bet they both like Guy
Is this
Fieri
Guy Fieri's problem?
because he's likable and rich. There aren't a lot of
He's
those.
the ref.
You know,
Free.
he's the ref slash
he's the
promoter.
first of all, he's the mayor of Flavortown, so obviously he's loaded.
Yeah.
And I think the fight happens in Flavortown.
Any of the flavor towns, because Flavortown, as we all know, it's a spirit and a vibe.
And Dolly Parton, our queen, she does the national anthem.
I'm not making Dolly Parton go touch this nastiness. Dolly Parton gets to stay far, far away from this cesspool.
Okay. I'm sorry, Dolly, never mind.
But yes, she can do a video for it.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, God. What is this last one? Paige is so excited about whatever this last thing is.
I'm not excited. I'm excited that neither of you knew what I was talking about. Okay. So I don't know where to start with this other than this was posted on, I think at the Reddit subreddit is Today I Fucked Up. Whatever. Okay. Here's what it is. Basically, okay, it says, my 20-year-old girlfriend of 2 years told me the music I, 25 male, play during sex is weird and a major turnoff. Okay? So
cool.
I'm not going to read the whole backstory, but essentially it says, when I first started having sex, I researched ways to be better as I was a little stiff and didn't know what I was doing. I read online you can play music and match the rhythm in order to put on a better performance. Seems fine, okay? He says he basically made a playlist. There was a few songs that he found particularly helpful, and he would play them all the time, anytime he was having sex with this person, woman. And turns out she hated this one particular song, told him, was like, this is ruining this for me. By the way, this was 2 years of time, she told him. He's upset because now he's like, oh my God, she told me this, and now our relationship is ruined and whatever. And in fact, at one point, even without the music, she could sense that he was doing it in his head to this rhythm.
Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are you going to tell us what the song is?
Is it Gangnam Style?
Yep. So would you think the song, what would you think, what genre do you think this song would be? If you had a guess.
Polka. It's dumb. Bomb. It's got a
I'm
steady
gonna play
beat.
it.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
Boy.
Scared. I'm so scared.
Hold please.
Oh God, please don't play any weird stuff that's your own.
What?
This could be anything, Gabe.
I'm so scared.
I'm really scared / excited.
I see our careers just vanishing.
I hear
any
Bette Midler
reaction
in
to
my
this.
head, though. Did you ever know? That's too slow.
Just wait.
Okay, so there's a build-up.
Just wait.
What is he doing during this part? Taking his clothes off?
Buddy.
I'm sorry. No, that's not real. This is not real. Is that a balloon being let out?
There's no discernible beat. This just means this poor kid was just...
No, here's the beat. And thrust. Oh, what? Nope. Thrust.
Go on.
Thrust. And yeah. Do you like that? Thrust.
Anyway,
Thrust.
deeply upsetting, as I said to you guys earlier.
That's not even, that man should be in prison, if we're being 100% honest. That's a killer waiting to happen, if not already.
And he
That's
took
not
it
a
to
song.
Reddit to like check if other people thought he was
get support.
doing this wrong.
Yes. He was okay. That says, I thought this song was perfect. I always thrust along with the tune and feel it gives me the perfect rhythm for doing the deed too. I find it devastating. She hates the song. By the way, the TLDR, too long didn't read, was she hates my love making tunes and didn't tell me for over 2 years, now making sex awkward.
I hope that women are understanding the lesson here. Do not sit on things because you don't want to hurt a guy's feelings. Get it out the minute it bothers you, because now we've all wasted 2 years. Like, she's wasted 2 years. He could have been spreading this amazing lovemaking abilities to someone else that would have appreciated him and her as well. So now they've wasted 2 years. Because, I mean, he's clearly passionate. He's clearly a passionate fellow.
He does want to do well.
Exactly. You can't knock the fact that he's trying. Now, you don't have to sit around for that. Like, you definitely don't want to be a part of it.
What is that song?
It sounds like balloons being deflated by like the tops, like.
It sounds like here. This is what that song made me think of. You know when you
Hell.
I go to spin class every now and then.
Oh God.
And you know when you go to the spin class and
No.
they're like everyone there has been there like 1,000 times.
Oh,
and you're the
yes.
noob, and you're like,
On the
what
beat.
rhythm do you think I'm gonna fight? They're like 1 2 1 2 1 2, and like the teacher's bouncing and going crazy, and you look around and everybody in the room is in the same rhythm, and you're just
Yep.
like falling over the handlebars.
That's what it
That's
is.
that song.
I think that
There's
guy
no
owes it to
rhythm in
all
that
of us.
song.
Well, there was. I mean, you just have to feel it, like I did. Like I felt that song. And there was a thrust. It's a 1 2 3 4 1 2. However, he does owe us a video at this point.
There
That's
was
the
no
only thing that
1,
makes
2,
this-
3, 4 in that.
Yeah, there was. Wah 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 wah. Look at my fingers. Look at my fingers, Paige. See what they're doing?
I don't want to.
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't want to look
Oh,
at
dude,
your
look right at him,
fingers.
Paige. Look at my fingers.
Oh.
Okay. What? I didn't do it all the way, so it's not graphic. Well, I feel better. Let's take a quick break, come back, cleanse our brains, and wrap things up.
I'm so sorry, but also I was in tears.
Now I'm telling you, it's catchy.
I kind of like the
It's
song.
the rest of the day. It's who makes that song? Who is that? Is that Beethoven?
I think
I don't know.
I think I'm gonna try it.
I need to know the song because I'd like to try it. Is there an actual band there? Or did he do that on a keyboard?
Yeah,
What is that?
no, it's
Like, what is it? Casio. There's a band that made this? Fucking A, man.
I don't think they're called bands anymore, Beadle.
Are they synthesizers?
I think it's a group.
What?
Band
No, there are
implies
bands.
band implies like
the artist is
Måneskin.
Hudson Mohawk.
Oh, fuck yeah. Let me put it in my computer right now. Thank you. Hudson Mohawk. Thank you. I'll be going that later.
Yeah.
Thank you. And also, oh, wow.
I'm gonna
That's
ease
awesome.
into this and put it on my running mix and see
It's a
if
good
I
call.
can, you know,
That's how you'll
if
know.
it still works for me
Thank
before
you,
I
Meg.
try to upgrade it to any other mixes.
All right, let's wrap things up, Paige. Anything to wrap things up with?
Yeah, we got a couple nice texts. One person, Tim in New York, he said he was skeptical despite, I don't know how you're skeptical, Tim, if you listen to this podcast, about Top Gun Maverick. He says, how can anything come close to the original? But he sat down this weekend and watched it. 3 days later, he's now seen it 7 times.
Damn.
It's the best movie
Damn.
he's seen in the last 5 years. Thanks and take care. You're welcome, Tim.
Wow. Okay. You are welcome, Tim. Send us gifts. Okay. What else?
I don't know why he needed us to tell him this. The whole world. had
Because a
already
lot of
said
people
this.
know that
That's
this is
right.
where you get your cultural advice from. Us.
Tastemakers.
Yeah.
This is from Hugh in Windsor. He's written in before. Shout out Hugh in Canada.
Shout out.
Hi, folks. Thanks so much for the gambling primer. A perfect review that I needed. I love that you did that. A piece of advice. Do not drink the Lions Kool-Aid.
How dare you?
I fear our LB crew is pretty terrible, and if Jared Goff gets hurt, we're doomed. Have a happy long
I already drank it. It's been drunked. I did like 2 Lions on my fantasy football team yesterday just for sake of Lions. Why not? Right, guys? Okay.
I got Aaron Rodgers. Felt like after I spent 3 hours with him and Joe Rogan, I had to.
Oh, God. You think you're dating him now? What is your problem, dude? Get
Congrats
over it.
on the nuptials.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Weirdo. Can I suggest a song for y'all's lovemaking?
For the consummation.
All right, that'll do as a reminder. Taking voicemails and texts. If you have any other songs that for the act, please let us know because now I'm 100% in on everybody's everything. 631-397-0403 for Harry Styles, Olivia Wilde, Florence Pugh, Nick Kroll, Chris Pine, me, Paige, Gabe, Meg, Jerome, and Q. We'll see you on the next one.